Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Today I'm in the kitchen. I'm going to be doing some baking. You know, fall is that time of year that we love to bake. The kitchen is cooler, outside is cooler, and it's a good time to just kind of relax and put something in the oven. So today I'm going to make some hoagie rolls and a loaf of bread to feed my family. Now, I calculated this thing out and I realized that it is cheaper for me to bake this bread than for me to go to Kroger or Food Line or Aldi's or somewhere like that and pick up the same amount of bread. In my bowl, I have my warm water and I just put in my yeast. Now I'm going to add my sugar. And I'll go ahead and insert the ingredients right here so that you can see. Anyway, as I continue on, after I get my sugar in, I'm going to then add my salt. Making bread is scary for some people, but it doesn't have to be. It is a really easy recipe to follow, and it's actually therapeutic for me. I like to get in here and bake and get something tasty on the table for my family, but to do some kneading and to just think about what you're doing for your family really does feed your soul. Baking bread is one of those things that you cannot do by rushing. You can't rush a loaf of bread. You can't rush some good hot rolls. You can't rush all of that. You got to kind of take your time and get it in the bowl and mix it well and then let it rise. Because it's going to do what it's going to do, but you don't want to rush it. So let's get our ingredients in the bowl and I'll get it mixed. In the meanwhile, I'm going to put some adding ingredients in a bowl music on, and then we can go ahead and finish our bread. Now that all the flour has been added, I'm going to go ahead and use my Danish whisk to mix this up initially. And then I'm going to get my whisk that God gave me, which are on my hands, to get it done. And just because this is what I'm using, this is the tool that I'm using, don't think this is the tool that you have to use. My mama didn't have one of these, but she mixed up some mean hot rolls, okay? So she used her hands just like I'm about to do right now. And we weren't trying to be cute. We just get in there and get your hands dirty. So if you don't like for your hands to get dirty, this is not the task for you because you're going to get dirty. But let's knead our bread. And I'm going to knead this for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not going to have you sit here and watch it. I'll let you watch for a minute. And I'm glad that you're watching. By the way, if you are subscribed and you just subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed and you've been just watching my videos, I see you. So come on over here to Memaw's house and join the family so that we can have fun together in the kitchen and I can chat with you because I know you there. So I'm going to go ahead and knead my bread and then we'll get them cut up and put down. Now this dough feels really good. It's not too sticky. It's a little sticky and that's okay because I am going to add a little bit of flour onto my cutting board or onto my countertop and get this put down with that flour. So just a little bit of flour won't bother it. I have a little bit in my cup. I forgot. I always go back into the bag and I shouldn't. But anyway, we're going to do this and we're going to knead it just a little while longer and then put it down to rest. I'm going to put a little oil in my bowl so that it will not stick. My dough ball won't stick. I'm going to put it in upside down and then I'll flip it back right side up so that all sides will have oil on it. And now I'm going to cover it up and let it rest. Let me clean up my area a little bit first. So I'm going to go ahead and get this covered. Clean this up a little bit and let it rest. Now that the dough has risen, I'm going to punch it down like regular so that we can start all over again, basically, and get this kneaded just a little bit, and we're going to get it cut into the sizes that I want it to be. Now, if you want precise loaves to be exactly equal, pull out your kitchen scale and weigh the whole amount of dough, then divide it into equal parts. I'm going to do mine by eye, so my loaves may not be all the same size, and I'm okay with that because we're just eating this for a meal tonight. As long as my family's not hungry, I'm okay. So I'm going to divide this up. I know that I'm going to need one larger piece for my loaf and then 4 smaller pieces for the hoagie rolls. So I've done that. I can see that some of it is a little bit more than the others, but we're going to get this rolled up and knead it out to put into our loaf pans. So this is the one that I'm making my loaf pan out of for the whole loaf. I'm going to shape this into a rectangle. Then I'm going to roll it on itself and place it in my pan. Now my pan is a coated pan, so I don't have to really spray it to keep it from sticking. So I don't do all that. I just roll it on up and place it in. And as you can see, I don't fill my pan all the way up. The bread is going to do that. That dough is going to fill that pan up when it rises again. So don't worry about it fitting the pan on either side. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have to fit top to bottom. I just do that. But it doesn't have to fit perfectly. As long as it gets in that pan, it's going to rise to fill that pan. So I'm doing the same thing with the hoagie rolls, and I can feel that this one is a little bit bigger than the last one, but this will be Peepaw's roll. That's just the way we roll around here. Peepaw always get the big stuff because we know he can handle it. So you see I'm just rolling this up, but I'm rolling it tightly, and then I'm pinching the seam underneath so that it won't pop loose. Now that all of them are done, I'm going to set them out again and let them rise. It'll be about an hour, 15 minutes, so that they can be nice and fluffy. And as you notice, it has gotten dark outside because it gets dark earlier. It has gotten dark and my bread is risen. I told you, bread is one of those it takes for as long as it takes. And if your sun sets in the meanwhile, it's okay. That means you're going to have some good bread. If the sun is still up, it's okay, because it means you're going to have some good bread. Anyway, I'm going to brush my bread with some avocado oil. You can brush it with whatever you'd like, butter or milk. You can brush it with an egg wash. I choose oil just because it browns better for me than any of the other stuff. And because I am baking this with avocado oil in it, I wanted to brush it with avocado oil. So we'll get this all brushed. We'll put it in our 375-degree oven for as long as it takes until it is 200 degrees Fahrenheit inside. If you use a thermometer, it will be 200 degrees Fahrenheit if it is done. It will be about 30 minutes baking, 30 to 35 minutes baking. Now, I've used my kitchen thermometer to measure the internal temperature of the hoagie rolls, and they're all at 200 degrees. The loaf was at 174, so I'm going to let that bake for a little while longer. Now, I'm going to take my bread out and put it on a wire rack to cool. I have nice crispy bottoms and nice crispy tops. These are going to make the best hoagies for us. Now, I have made some chicken salad, and I've gone out to the garden and gotten some lettuce. You see my romaine lettuce off to the side, which reminds me, I do have a fall garden, and I will be doing a garden tour in the next video, so stay tuned for that. But in the meanwhile, I'm brushing it now with some butter. Y'all know we like butter over here, so I'm brushing it now with butter. And we'll get these cut, get our chicken salad sandwiches made. And I have bought some soup from your local Kroger store. Because if I'm going to make the whole bread, we're going to make an easy soup, okay? So we're just going to have soup and sandwiches for dinner tonight. And we'll get these cut, and I'll show you what the end result is in just a few minutes. Like I said, I made some chicken salad, and we love chicken salad from scratch over here. I don't usually use canned chicken. I'm sure it's okay with canned chicken, but I go ahead and go over to the local Sam's Club and get a rotisserie chicken. I can get 2 or 3 meals out of that rotisserie chicken for $5. And here is my sandwich with the rotisserie chicken salad. I'm going to serve mine with a little bit of clam chowder. Gonna cut it in half. And then I'm going to serve Ari, who likes tomato soup. I'm going to serve hers with that. So here's the end result. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I do hope you bake some bread for your family. You'll find that it's therapeutic and it's fun. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make a comment. I love chatting with y'all. Y'all be blessed. Bye.